Yu Long breaks down in tears. Finally confesses her true feelings for young Mei Mei. The entertainment industry has seen its share of rumored romances, teary interviews, and unscripted moments, but nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared fans for what unfolded on the set of When the Sky Remembers last week. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update in the world of your favorite celebrities. What was meant to be just another day of filming turned into a raw, unforgettable moment that has now sent shockwaves through fan communities, social media platforms, and entertainment newsrooms across Asia. At the center of it all, Yu Long, the actress known for her unshakable composure, her immaculate professionalism, and her ability to keep her private life locked away from the public eye. And young Mei Mei, her co-star whose warmth and subtle charm have made her one of the most beloved faces in the industry. It started as just another scene, or so everyone thought. The day began like any other on set. Cameras were calibrated, lighting adjusted, wardrobe checked. The crew was preparing for an emotional, pivotal scene in which Yu Long's character finally admits to loving someone she's been pushing away for years. The script called for a quiet monologue, delivered with restrained sadness. Yu Long had rehearsed it many times. Her delivery was flawless in the table read. Everyone expected a smooth shoot. But when the cameras started rolling, something was different. Yu Long's eyes softened in a way that seemed almost too personal. Her voice trembled slightly. Her gaze drifted, not toward the co-star standing in front of her, but toward a point just behind the camera. That's where young Mei Mei was standing watching. The shift no one expected. Halfway through the monologue, Yu Long stopped. It wasn't the kind of stop an actor makes to reset or remember their lines. It was a stillness, like the weight of her own emotions had caught her mid-breath. The crew exchanged glances. The director leaned forward, silently urging her to continue, thinking maybe she was just adding dramatic pause. And then, the tears began. Not the perfectly timed tears of a performance, but deep, uneven sobs. Her shoulders shook. She tried to continue, but her words cracked, breaking into fragments. The name that changed everything. And that's when it happened. Through trembling lips, Yu Long whispered something that every microphone in the room caught. A single word that instantly changed the energy in the studio. Mei Mei. It wasn't her character's name. It wasn't in the script. It wasn't even part of the fictional story they were telling. It was young Mei Mei's nickname. A name that carried intimacy. A name that only people who truly know her would use. Frozen moment. Everyone froze. You could feel the air change. Young Mei Mei's head snapped up from where she'd been glancing at her script. Her eyes locked onto Yu Long, a flicker of shock crossing her face before something softer replaced it, something that almost looked like recognition. Without hesitation, she stepped forward, closing the gap between them. She didn't say much, just a few quiet words, her hand reaching to rest gently on Yu Long's arm. For a few seconds, it felt like the rest of the set ceased to exist. Cameras kept rolling, but no one dared interrupt. Witnesses speak out. One crew member later told a reporter off the record. I've seen actors cry in scenes before, but this was different. It was like we were intruding on a moment that wasn't meant for us. The way she said Mei Mei. It wasn't acting. It was real. Another admitted that several staff members teared up themselves, unsure whether they were watching a confession or an unspoken goodbye. The dressing room conversation. After the director finally called cut, Yu Long was led to her dressing room. She was still wiping at her face, her breathing uneven. Young Mei Mei followed without saying a word, slipping inside before anyone could stop her. The door closed. For the next 15 minutes, the rest of the set buzzed with whispers. No one knew what was being said inside. All they could see was, through the narrow crack when the door opened briefly, Mei Mei leaning in close, both of her hands holding Yu Long's as the latter nodded through quiet tears. When they finally emerged, Yu Long's eyes were still red, but her expression had softened into something almost peaceful. Mei Mei walked beside her, a steady presence. The clip that took over the internet. Unbeknownst to the crew, one of the camera operators had captured the entire unscripted moment in perfect clarity. It didn't take long for the footage to leak. Within hours it spread like wildfire. Hashtags like hashtag #YouLongMeiMei, Mei Mei, hashtag when acting turns real, and hashtag that was not in the script dominated trending lists. Fan edits began appearing almost instantly. Slow-motion zooms on Yulong's trembling lips as she whispered Mei Mei's name, paired with romantic instrumentals or soft piano covers. The comments sections exploded. She called her Mei Mei. This is it, I'm shaking. That's the most genuine thing I've ever seen from her. They've been hiding this from us for years. The agencies respond or try to. By late evening, Yulong's agency released a short statement. Yulong became deeply moved during the filming of an emotional scene. The moment captured was part of the performance and should not be misinterpreted. Fans immediately noticed what was missing. There was no denial. No clarification about the name. No attempt to explain why she had broken down. Young Mei Mei's management stayed completely silent, which in the PR world often says more than 1,000 words. The fan divide. While the majority of fans celebrated what they saw as a public display of affection, a smaller group urged caution, reminding others that without confirmation, it was still speculation. But even the skeptics admitted one thing. Whatever happened that day was deeply personal. Industry insiders weigh in. A veteran drama producer, speaking anonymously, told a magazine, "There are moments when real feelings slip through, and you can't hide them no matter how professional you are. This feels like one of those moments. Whether they admit it or not, you can't fake that kind of rawness." Where this leaves them. For now, the world is left with questions. Was this truly a love confession disguised as an on-set breakdown? Or was it a case of art imitating life so closely that the lines blurred beyond recognition? What's certain is that this moment will be remembered, replayed in fan edits, dissected in online forums, and whispered about in industry hallways, for years to come. And for Yulong and Young Mei Mei, perhaps it's just the beginning of a story they've been living quietly behind the cameras all along. The life that no one saw coming. At precisely 8:03 p.m. Beijing time, Yulong appeared on her official livestream channel, something she hadn't done in over 3 months. The notification ping sent fans into a frenzy. Within minutes, hundreds of thousands had joined the stream. The comments scrolled so fast they were unreadable. OMG, she's here. Is she gonna talk about Mei Mei? Queen, please tell us it's true. Yulong sat in front of the camera, no makeup, hair loosely tied back. A plain white sweater. No studio lighting. Just the soft glow from a desk lamp beside her. For someone who's usually poised and polished, she looked human. Vulnerable. The long silence. She didn't speak immediately. Instead, she stared at the chat, watching the flood of messages. She smiled faintly, but her eyes were tired. The kind of tired that comes from more than just a long day. When she finally spoke, her voice was soft, almost hesitant. I wasn't planning to do this tonight. But I don't want people to misunderstand what happened yesterday. The chat exploded, but she didn't look away. Her first admission. She took a deep breath. Sometimes when you act, the lines between the script and reality, they get blurry. And yesterday I forgot about the cameras for a moment. She paused, looking down. Her hands twisted together in her lap. What I said, that name, it wasn't in the script. Fans screamed in the comments. Thousands of heart emojis flooded the feed. The turning point. Her eyes shimmered as she continued. Mei Mei is someone who has been a constant in my life for years. She's seen me at my best, and she's stayed when I was at my worst. On set, off set, she's been there. She swallowed, her voice cracking slightly. When I looked at her yesterday, I wasn't acting. It was real. The chat exploded with caps lock messages. She said it was real. I am crying. Yulong, you legend. The moment that broke the internet. Yulong looked directly into the camera then. No blinking, no hesitation. Mei Mei, if you're watching this, I don't care if the world hears me say it. I am grateful for you. She stopped. Her lips trembled like the next words were heavy, maybe even dangerous. Then she exhaled slowly and finished. I love you. And I don't want to hide that anymore. The comment feed went so fast the platform actually glitched, temporarily freezing for some viewers. People clipped the moment instantly, uploading it to every social network within minutes. Young Mei Mei's unexpected response. As if scripted by fate, barely 10 minutes after Yulong ended the live, young Mei Mei posted an Instagram story. A single photo of a sunrise over calm water with one caption. I heard you. Red heart. No names, no tags, but everyone knew. The post hit 2 million likes in less than an hour. Fan reaction. Chaos and celebration. The internet was split between shock and absolute euphoria. Fan hashtags exploded. Hashtag Yulong confesses. Hashtag she saw. Hashtag Mei Mei heard her. Memes, reaction videos, and fan art flooded in. Artists drew the live moment as watercolor paintings. Fans made mashup videos of every scene Yulong and young Mei Mei had shared on screen, set to love ballads. Some netizens declared it the most romantic, unscripted moment in entertainment history. The agency's silence speaks volumes. Despite the internet frenzy, neither Yulong's nor young Mei Mei's agencies released a statement. This silence, in PR language, was deafening. Industry insiders whispered to entertainment reporters that both stars had been quietly close for years, often vacationing together in small, out-of-the-way towns where they wouldn't be recognized. The industry's reaction. Fellow actors began subtly showing support. One well-known actor who worked with both of them tweeted, "Sometimes courage isn't in the roles we play, but in the truths we tell." It racked up 500,000 likes in a day. Where this leaves everything. As it stands, the world now waits for what will happen when Yulong and young Mei Mei step in front of cameras together again. Will they finally confirm their relationship publicly? Will they continue their careers as before, letting their work speak while their love remains private? Whatever happens next, one thing is certain. Yulong's trembling confession will be replayed, remembered, and celebrated for years. It wasn't just a live stream. It was history. And if this story touched you, subscribe and share it so we can keep his memory alive together.